All right, we're going to look back here on page 79 where we left off yesterday. And I asked you to complete question 2 on your own. So let's go over that one here together. You had 3 of these balls tossed into the baskets and wanted to know the player's score if all 3 balls land in the same basket. So we're going to start with if all 3 landed in the basket worth 1 point. And that's going to be our basic fact to help us solve the other ones as well. 3 times 1 equals 3. And that's our basic fact that we're going to use to help us solve 3 times 10, 3 times 100, and 3 times 1,000. So for 3 times 10, our basic fact would be 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is 3. And then how many zeros are in our factor that we're multiplying by? 10 has 1 0. So we're going to put 1 0 in our product. And 3 times 10 is 30. In the next one, 3 times 100, our basic fact is 3 times 1, which is 3. Our factor 100 has 2 zeros, so that means our product is going to have 2 zeros. Okay, then the last one is 3 times 1,000. So we have our basic fact again of 3 times 1, which is 3. And then in that factor, there are 1, 2, 3 zeros. So our product is going to have 1, 2, 3 zeros, which means 3 times 1,000 would be 3,000 points. So to answer question B, what is the same about all the equations? They could all be solved by using the basic fact of 3 times 1 equals 3. And to answer question C, what patterns do you see in the equations? Well, one pattern you can see if you look straight down, we have 3 as a factor times 1, making up our basic fact. But then another pattern would be the number of zeros that are in the product that's a multiple of 10, that's in a factor that's a multiple of 10. You're going to have the same number of zeros in your product. So times 10 has 1 0, our product has 1 0. Times 100, that's 2 zeros, our product has 2 zeros. Times 1,000 has 3 zeros, our product has 3 zeros. Okay? Let's look on down now at these check understanding questions. The first one here of one game gives 1,000 points for a win. How many points are earned after 4 wins? So if you were trying to solve 4 times 1,000, you could build up to that by breaking it down into its basic fact of 4 times 1 equals 4, and then keep building up here. 4 times 10 would be 40. So then if I had 4 times 100, I still have my basic fact of 4 times 1, which is 4. The 100 has 2 zeros, so my product will have 2 zeros. And then finally, we get to 4 times 1,000. Same basic fact, 4 times 1 is 4. And since that factor has 3 zeros, our product will have 3 zeros. And 4 times 1,000 is 4,000. So 4,000 points are earned. Woo! It's a crazy looking 0. All right, let's look over at number 2. This could be one type of problem that can often be done incorrectly, so pay special close attention to it. We have each box has 8 prizes. How many prizes are in 5,000 boxes? So we're going to take that 5,000 and we're going to build up to it by starting with 5 first. So we have 5 times 8 equals 40. Here's what you have to be careful of. Our basic fact of 5 times 8 equals 40 has a product that already has a 0 in it. Make sure when you write down the answer to your basic fact, you keep that 0 and then add additional zeros for how many you need for your multiples of 10, 100, and 1,000. So 50 times 8 would be 400. 500 times 8, we're going to have 40 for 5 times 8,